Hi everybody, welcome back to the kitchen here at Raggedy Hen Farm. The weather has definitely gotten cooler, which for us means a lot more soups. And we thought that today we would show you how easy it is to use and adapt our Sunday bean soup mix. Now we make this mix out of organic navy beans and spices and herbs that we add in there. And you get enough in a bag. Each bag comes with 3 cups of beans, which anybody who's made soups or made things with beans knows that can be quite a bit. If you were to make the whole thing, you would have a soup that was in like 10 to 12 servings, so you could make it for a party practically. But it's easy enough to half this and have 2 different kinds of soups on different days. And I'm going to show you how to make it in the crock pot. But then I'll also show you a soup that I made on the stovetop. And it comes with this wonderful little card that has the directions that tells you exactly how you would make it on the stovetop, how you would make it in the crock pot. Super simple. But I'm going to show you how to adapt it. Okay, so what I have done is taken So, what I have done is taken 1.5 cups of the soup mix, which is exactly half a bag, and I have put it in a bowl and I have covered it 2 times over with water and let it soak overnight. Now, you don't have to do that. There are things that you can do if you just wake up one day and go, oh my gosh, I really want to make soup, and it tells you how to do that on the card that comes with it. But the easiest way to do it is to just, throw it in some water, seasonings and everything, soak it overnight, and then it's ready for you to work with in the morning. And for Terry and I, who both work days, it's great to put stuff like this in the crock pot, put it on low, and it's ready when we come home. So, for making this in the crock pot, you've got your soup mix. And when you make it in the crock pot, you don't need to mix all this stuff up and cook it all. Just throw it in the crock pot, let it cook, and it'll make this amazing soup. So we're going to put in the water, the beans, the spices, and everything into the crock pot. And then you could add meat to it if you want. I'm adding about 1 cup of cooked chicken. This is chicken that we just had in the freezer. I'm going to add some green peppers, just for fun, because I like the way they taste. And because I wanted to show you, it's going to be in the crock pot all day. If you have some frozen vegetables, and these are carrots that we actually froze from our garden, throw them in there. They don't have to be thawed. It doesn't matter. They're going to cook. Okay, and then for the liquids, for half a bag of this, you're going to want about 4 or 5 cups of liquid. And it can be water, it could be stock, it could be tomato sauce, or a combination. And I usually like to use some of our homemade stock that we make, but what I'm going to show you today is how easy it is to do this with just water. So I've got about 1 cup of marinara sauce. This is some that we canned, so I know it's good. And this is about 4 cups of water. It's all in there. I'm going to show you what it looks like without dumping it on the floor. All you would need to do at this point is just give it a little stir, put it on low, put the lid on, and forget about it for about 6 to 8 hours. It's not going to necessarily overcook. The beans will get nice and tender, and you will have soup when you come back. Now, I'm going to show you what happens when you cook it on the stovetop. Okay, so this is another bit of the bean soup, about 1/2 bag that was made on the stovetop. Again, soaked overnight. This one I added some cauliflower and some broccoli to, and no meat to this one. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is. There's something about navy bean soup. I mean, it's good year round, and it's hearty without being too heavy. Oh, it's so delicious. And I wanted to show you, this is how Terry and I take our soup to work. You can buy these wonderful little plastic lids for mason jars. You can get them anywhere you get canning jars. And we like the wide mouth ones because it's easier to get stuff in and out of them. And then it's easy to heat this up in the microwave. You can freeze it right in these jars, which is awesome. You can just fill up, make a pot of soup, eat some, have the leftovers. If you're going to freeze it, you want to leave a little room. The lid goes on nice and snug. So Terry rides her bike to work and it could jostle around and be just fine. So it's a great way to be able to make the soup portable. Okay, I'm moving the soup. So this is some of our French bread. You can find the recipe for this on the blog. It's incredibly easy. It's just flour, salt, water, and yeast. That's it. And it's perfect for soup. Okay, I'm going to taste it. Let y'all know how it is. Yum. One of the ingredients that we put in this soup is holy basil or tulsi. And it's a type of basil that is known in the Middle East. It's really common in the Hindu religion. It's considered to be very healing. But what I like about it is that it's kind of spicy, and we use dried tulsi in here, and it just adds this sort of depth to it. And it's not hot spicy. It's just sort of a wonderful deep flavor that goes great with the beans. So that is how easy it is to make our Sunday bean soup. And again, you can adapt it. You can add meat. You could add a little sausage or pepperoni, which would be great. You could make it completely vegetarian, make it in the crock pot, make it on the stovetop. I don't think I mentioned that when I made this on the stovetop, it took probably about an hour to an hour and a half. I did the same thing that I did here, is I just put things in the pot, added the liquid, I brought it to a boil, and then I turned it down on low and simmered it for about an hour and a half, and ended up with this delicious bowl of soup. So if you get a hankering for some navy bean soup, you might want to give our Sunday bean soup a try. Thanks a lot for coming by the kitchen here at Raggedy Hen Farm, and we'll see you next time at the crossroads of urban and farm.